I wonder like, do pedophiles feel like empathetic? Like, did you hear about Roger? Oh man, he got arrested. That sucks. Or they like really like, Roger's a fucking idiot. He deserved to get caught. He didn't encrypt his shit on his hard drive, and he thinks the Earth's flat. Fuck Roger. Good riddance. I don't know. I feel like they might team together. I'm like, oh, that's so bad. I feel so bad he got caught. Jared, oh my God. You want to go to Subway? Yeah, let's go. I know, something like that. I don't know. It's a weird group of people to have something so good that like ruins your life. Like, it's like, I actually kind of understand, like, if that's what you're into, like, and sex is like the ultimate driving factor. Freud, everything's sex, but that's your sex, that's your thing. You have to go to a doctor and say, hey, make this go away. I talked to a doctor the other day, like, how much of like me now is from abuse or like childhood shit that's awful? Like, how much of the stuff that, like, say you say, okay, I do this, or I do this thing that's like self-destructive, or this thing that's like based off fear of failure, you know, fine, we can work on those things and be self-aware. But what about the desires I have sexually? Like, some of the things, some little things. Like, what if that thing that seems innocent is actually from the same place? It derives from that thing that was awful that happened to me, or that my dad did to my mom, or whatever. You know what I mean? Am I supposed to weed that out too? It's really interesting how people, like, there's this thing that's called normal, but so much of like what we define as normal is based off of our childhood, and there's so much of that that is primal from our urges, our wants, and our desires that aren't like illegal, but might be like, oh, well, actually, the reason you do that is because you saw your mom and dad having sex in a hot tub, and your mom, her thong actually got caught in the suction of the jets, and it frightened her, and you thought your dad was hitting her. So now you're really passive in bed, and girls don't like that, and that's why you're having a hard time keeping relationships. I'm like, I just thought I was a nice guy. I don't know, something like that. Something like that. I don't know. I mean, Sarah Silverman. I disagree with you on this take, babe. You know, like, Sarah Silverman called Catherine Hahn's hiring for the new Comeback Girl limited series about Ruth Bader Ginsburg as a Jewface hiring, insinuating that Catherine Hahn, who was raised Catholic, looks like a Jewish woman. And that's not, just objectively speaking, the traits that she's referencing are like a big nose and like basically looking like the affectations, the stereotypes. So you're basically, forget Jew, you're calling a woman a big nose bitch for taking a role that could have gone to an actual Jewish person. Never minding the fact that people convert, you know, never think about that. Sarah / Hitler / black person amorphous from Mad TV. You've done these things. This is nonsense. How about Italian Americans? Are they oppressed? Huh? You ever think about that? Harvey Keitel playing every gangster in the book. He's Jewish. Is that bad? How about Loretta Castorini in Moonstruck? It's played by Cher, American Cherokee. Isn't that inclusive? Isn't that inclusive? The Italian woman's played by an American Cherokee. What's more inclusive than that? Do you think the Italian woman was offended by that? Isn't the progress that the American Cherokee got the role? James Caan, Jewish. Sonny Corleone. Like, wake up, girl. It's so like fucked up to tell another woman that she has a big nose. It's all you're saying. I know every Jewish woman, girl I've ever read, like, nose job at 16. Every single one of them. Just say, that's what they do. It's fine. Not every Jewish woman has a big nose either. But she's insinuating that Catherine Hahn looks Jewish. Like he looks black, but he's not. Isn't that racist or like fucked up? Like, it's so superficial, girl. Like, are you saying that you're not like you're like the acting isn't good enough? Like, you have to, oh, well, it's not acting, you know, unless the person's actually the thing. The paraplegic plays the paraplegic because the actor can't possibly play that. Like, my left foot. Did you see my left foot? Daniel Day-Lewis fucking ran that shit, motherfucker. Like, ha 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 ha, Gilbert. I mean, that's when he should have won the Oscar. Fucking Leto and that. I am Sam. Well, we all know from Tropic Thunder, you never go full retard. You know, you kind of like back it up again. Count cards, Dustin Hoffman, Raymond. Yeah. When people would, when I would win at poker, people would be like, hey, good job, nice hand. I'm like, yeah. Sometimes I do that. People like me for the tables because I was very gregarious. Like, so when they had really, really rich people at the tables, at the time I was considered one of them, like a non-pro, but it was fun for the table. It brought some money. But like the people that, that were there that were like doctors or lawyers or something like that had like gambling problems that were going to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? And so they love me at these games, the pros. And so it's all about customer service. They don't want me to lose a lot because they like me, but they also know that I'm good enough at poker, the pros. So when they set up this game, that I'm probably going to win because there's going to be more marks or shitty poker players with money. And I'm better than all of them, but I'm not as good as the pros. So my EV or my chances of earnings are going to be like, good, okay, solid, but I'm not going to maximize them because I lack the skill set to do so. Case in point, one guy, like we were playing 25-50 Nilman Hold'em. He was down $50,000, right? He's a pro. Lost 50 in the first 6 hours, 3 hours, I don't know, 2 hours. I don't know. The games go for like a long time. Sometimes go the next day. And he ended up winning like $150,000. And then he almost got robbed because we did this game at the Horseshoe in Baltimore. And this particular time he almost got robbed at like a Holiday Inn or something like that. It's like someone like not people playing poker were like watching our table. So there's always like a marquee table for the bigger games. 25-50 is a pretty big game, particularly for Baltimore. But in general, like there's real money to be had there. People have hundreds of thousands of dollars for their buy-ins in that game. They bring $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 per buy-in. Perfectly legitimate, right? 10 buy-ins easily could lose. So the point I'm saying is like it's a big game. So if you were to rob someone and you're just there like playing blackjack or playing a lesser poker game just to watch and see the players and see what their movements are and like follow one of them, it's legitimate. Like that's scary. So yeah, I don't know why I started talking about poker, customer service. I can't remember. Yeah, Rain Man. Oh, you never go full retard. Yeah, that's right. Never go full retard. I don't even know why I was talking about that. It's cool though, but yeah, like Sarah Silverman, like you're this rich, powerful woman, and I'm sorry to say, but the people in Hollywood that are the most power, not the actors, they're the people that run Hollywood, and they are Jewish, a lot of them. So like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like key grips, that's Jewface. That key grip could have been a Jew hire, but you got the person that looks Jewish. Fuck that. Yeah, but the director, the producer are Jewish. And the head of the studio is Jewish. So what the it's like retarded. She's just so stupid. You know what the problem is? She doesn't have anything right now. She has nothing. One of the problems with social media too is that thing. It's like, I need a job. You know what? That's transphobic, Matthew McConaughey. Don't say that. And then he apologizes to his publicist, and then you get like a book deal with Simon & Schuster. That's how it works. It's so weird. Like Chelsea Handler's notorious for this. Like, need to get a show, need to get back on TV, need to get famous again. Maybe I can fuck 50 Cent. I don't know. Pay him to vote for Biden. I don't know. Like but like she's constantly putting all this political shit out there. Like, it's like you get famous and they tell you, okay, now you have to be a pundit for like whatever we want you to say. And it's like your position here has nothing to do with your talent. Quite frankly, you were just chosen. You got famous through luck and hard work, combination of the two, generally the case. But now that you're here, we can deplatform you at any time unless you say that you feel like 4-year-old boys should be turned into girls because that would just make the world a better place. I don't know, something like, this is like, okay, I believe that. Who wouldn't? I might even get bought out. BenBen. You're BenBen. I mean, I'm just saying, if they want to say some crazy shit, like I'm already booking all the young Asian boys. What's the difference? I'll go crazy. I'll go hard for them. I want some Raris. I want a whole rainbow section of Raris. Pro LGBTQ Raris. I'd love to have them. Provided they give me enough money so I can buy the garages. Say whatever the fuck you want me to say. That's the thing. So when Lil Baby starts talking about pushing dick next year and how he's featured on the next Lil Nas X album, Lil Baby, the baby, the BenBen. The BenBen's gonna be like, I told you. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, all right. So I'm like, yeah, but it's like we're getting close to the end. I'm like, all right, what you wanna? Yeah, it's the rock. So yeah.